Hi guys, I'm live. So I decided I'm going to do a lesson. I'm going to reveal the gestalt that got me to realize I understand music on a walk 3 days ago. 3 days. Let me think if that's true. How many days was it? 2, 3. Yeah, 3 days ago. Anyway, and then I'm gonna illuminate it by showing some other things around it that you can do to alter it, change it, and get a good approach to playing guitar. This may, I mean, I hate to preface this like this, but this may be the only lesson you need to start playing complex scales if you can't play them even at all, because I lay it out in a pretty simple way. And when it occurred to me, I realized it was simple, but it hadn't occurred to me, so it really didn't matter how simple it was. I didn't know it, but now I do, and I just thought I'd share it with you guys. So here we go. So I was just walking 3 days ago, and I thought, first let me preface this. You can understand how music works, like theoretically, totally abstractly. You can even have good technique, but the thing can be missing, which is visualization of the scale, both on the neck and maybe in your head. Do you understand? Can you visualize the scale in a practical, physical way? And if you can't play it that well. If you can't play it that well, it almost doesn't matter if you have all the knowledge of why it works, or even the technical ability to play it. If you can't see the notes, you're gonna have a hard time pulling it off or even doing anything with it. And when I saw this, what happened was I saw the harmonic minor scale. I took that call. I realized, I visualized in the harmonic minor scale. It's one of the trickiest scales you're going to run across, and yet it's important. And you're just stuck until you can visualize it. And what I did was I thought of a simple way of visualizing it. It came to me like that quick, and I had it. And I've worked on augmenting the theory of this to include other scales and other ways you can manipulate it and alter it. But the basic gist of it is what I'm going to show you right now. Okay. So pick a key. Let's pick A. I like the key of A for some reason. So I want to play A harmonic minor, let's say, okay? So what these are, let me explain a little bit, let me talk a little bit more before I say this. First of all, how many strings am I going to use per octave is a good question. First of all, let's consider it one octave at a time. So yes, I'm considering one octave of it, and then you can just move it up or down an octave from there. It is repeatable every octave, so that's a very fair assumption to do. How many strings should I use? I could use one string, but that doesn't help you play very practically, because you always have to shift your hand to down one string, and it's very limited as far as doing that all the time. Even though that's good to do, you can do that, but this is not a one string way of looking at it. How about 3 strings? Well, 3 strings is very obtuse. You have to remember 3 different patterns, and it doesn't help to think 3 strings, because you can't even get any more strings. It's the most strings. It doesn't help to think of 3 strings as the most cumbersome number you can pick for one octave scales of any kind, basically. So what am I going to do? I'm going to make it 2 string licks, but you can repeat them in the octaves, up or down, and so forth. So now you know so far I'm going to play a harmonic minor scale on 2 strings. You can pick any 2 you want, as long as they're adjacent. If you pick the high string, you have to pick the second, because there's no imaginary 0 string. If you pick the, you get that. So let's pick the 5th fret of the E string and start that with my A harmonic minor scale. So I'm going to call this a cell, C-E-L-L, or you could call it a unit of a 1 octave harmonic minor scale, and have a look at it. And this is what hit me. You go like this. You just have the major 7th on the 4th fret, the root on the 5th fret, the second, which is B, on the 7th fret, C is the 3rd, which is on the 8th fret. That's all on the 6th string. Next, you have the G on the 8th string, the E on the C on the 8th string, and the F on the 8th string. So that's all it is. Why is that so great? Because it's a compact little kitty unit that you can use at any octave you want. Go to E. That would be between the fifth and the fourth strings. Go to D. That's between the fourth and the third. Go to B flat. That's on the G, and that's on the third and the third and second strings. Go to D. That's in the first and the second strings. That's all you have to do, and then move it around, octave by octave. Maybe make it harmonic major by changing the third note. The note that instead of playing a C, play a C sharp. I'm struggling. Here we go. All right, make it an A melodic minor scale. For that, just raise the sixth to C sharp instead of C. All right, make it an A major. Just make the third from C to C sharp and the sixth from F to F sharp. So the A major. All right, that's it. Now, the one small thing can change that. That's all using. That's all altering the first form I showed you. So the harmonic minor. There's one other form you can alter in the same ways. Let's do that. That would be the A harmonic major form I'm going to show you right now. It's very analogous to the harmonic minor form. It's a little different though. Watch this. Let's start slowly. I'm going to play an A harmonic major scale. That's symmetrical, kind of shape, kind of cool like the last one was. But it's going to be harmonic major instead of harmonic minor. First, the same first note. G sharp on the 4th fret of the E string, A, 5th fret, B, 7th fret, C sharp on the 5th string, 4th fret, D, 5th fret of the 5th string, E, the 7th fret of the 5th string, and F, the 8th fret of the 5th string. So there you have the little cell for an A harmonic major scale. Move it up to the next octave. That's even easier to play than the harmonic minor, to be honest. Yeah, just like the sound good. So don't stop there. Make it a harmonic minor. Well, that's what's different about this approach. This one has the root on the second note, the middle note on the low string. The last one had the root on the lowest note of the low string. You notice that? This time, the A is not the lowest note, it's the second lowest note. So it's a different shape. So let's make that a harmonic minor by lowering the C sharp to a C. Right. So there's that. You just change the third, flat the third from C sharp to C. Don't stop there though. You can make a melodic minor by raising the F to F sharp. That was easy too for some reason for me. Okay, make it a melodic minor. Just change the F to F sharp. Well, no, that would make it major. I just make it major. So if I take the same pattern, make it A major, just change the F to F sharp, and now I just get. That's just A major. Because the starting pattern was having an F for the sixth, which makes a harmonic major. So just make a major scale, just say make the F into F sharp. From there, you can change the flat to third, and you get back where you started a while back to an A melodic minor. Right? So that's it. That's all there is to it. A harmonic major. A major. A melodic minor. A harmonic minor. A melodic minor. Next pattern uses the lowest note is the root. Let's do a harmonic minor. A melodic minor. Oh yeah, I can do that. Okay. Let's try to get right. A harmonic major. Do it again. How's the sound of that one? A harmonic major. How about a major? Have you missed any? A harmonic minor again. A melodic minor again. So forth. So that's really that just to me that just cleared my head. I had scales. I can see them all in those two string fragments. You can start them anywhere with any two adjacent strings and go up and down octaves with them. What do you want? I mean, that just crystallized it all in my head. And then of course, there's nothing wrong with thinking of regular 3 note per string patterns in all 6 strings, and all 7 positions of any scale you want. And that makes a lot of positions and a lot of scales. Nothing wrong with that. But if you're really lost, and or you just want a quick way of visualizing the scale quickly and you can't miss type of thing, these 2 string patterns are great. I love them. Love you guys. Peace, love, and rock and roll.